Oh, Flintstones.
Meet the Flintstones.
Didn't even have to try most of the time. They just put stone or rock in somebody's name.
No, yeah, they really didn't have to try.
What's this character's name?
Rocky Stonington.
Stone Rockwells.
Rock and Stone.
Are you saying that the dwarves from Deep Rock just fucking love Flintstones?
You know they would.
Rock and Stone! Just getting drunk and watching Flintstones.
Because Rock, I feel like Rock is definitely like a first name, right? There's definitely people who are called Rock.
What, in the Flintstones?
Well, no, like in real life, I think.
I think you're thinking of maybe the name Brock?
Could be.
Or Rocky?
Because Stone is like a last name.
Yes.
So that at least works. It's gotta be.
Damn it, I'm just thinking of how, like, if Flintstones was around now and they would do, like, not necessarily now, maybe like 15 years ago.
Okay.
And they would do a parody of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and it would be Flint Rockwood. Which is the ultimate Flintstones name.
It really is.
Flint Rockwood.
Yeah, no, it is. You cannot get more Flintstones than that.
Flint Rockwood.
Alright. I got scotch. At least I got scotch.
At least you have chicken. Oh wait, more scotch.
God damn it. Every time
Scotch, chicken of the sea.
It's the chicken of the sea of the barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know what the best part about this show is that there's no intro whatsoever. I mean, most of the time it's you sighing and going, so what happened this week? And it's something something along those lines.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm editing. At least I got scotch. That's the intro.
Oh yeah, no.
It might just be some. We might just cut in halfway between the Catwoman or the Black Scorpion stuff when I logged in.
And see if he would watch, Will Ferrell movies, then he would do the Scotchy Scotch thing from Anchorman.
Yeah. Once again, the Marty's favorite movies that he refuses to watch
Because he's too busy writing Baywatch Nights.
Yeah, in my time machine, I had to go back.
Yeah, this episode.
There are two things I think I should say pretty much right away. There's a theme in this episode that I noticed like throughout the episode, and that is spot checks. It's all about spot checks in this episode.
Like perception? Or?
Yeah, like perception checks or spot checks, however you want to think.
Not someone looking for spotting, or
no. I don't think so. But that would also technically be a spot check.
Before cleaning your money wraps, checking out of the way a spot to see if there's any causes any discoloration.
But that would also be a spot. That would also be a spot check. So either way, I'm correct. The other one is that this episode just feels different from a lot of the other ones. I'll explain how later, I think. But anyway.
So
Abbott and Costello come out.
I mean, there's at least 2 Abbott and Costello references in this episode.
There's right off the bat,
Unless you count the mummy itself as one.
right off the bat, the German titles they didn't bother.
No, it's 100% just the servant.
Yeah,
Which is, again, a bad sign.
yeah, it's never a good sign when the Germans can't be bothered to add another layer of polish on a Hoff thing.
Yeah, it is weird. It is kind of weird because it doesn't feel like it's them trying to make it sound better than it is. It just feels like they didn't feel that the title was appropriate and they just picked a different one.
Yeah,
And it's usually just a much better title. And for whatever reason, those episodes are just better. It doesn't make any sense. But
so they went for German efficiency. It has to be like the title must be correct, and unless of course the show is so bad that even the Germans can't be bothered.
yeah, it's something like that.
I will say off the bat too, this episode felt long.
Yeah.
This one felt like twice as long as Zargtha.
No. Well, the last few episodes, maybe not just a couple, have been pretty snappy.
Yeah.
They've been just like, there's things, there's a Wolfman,
No, there's a Zargtha.
Yes, but a Zargtha is a Wolfman. It's just not a werewolf.
He might be 30% burlap. We don't really know.
It's true. But there's wolf in there, and there's also man in there.
It might be a wolf sackboy hybrid.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
That's how they came up with Sackboy.
You
just watch
shave
that.
a Zargtha.
I really hope that's not true. I don't see how it could be, but that would be the worst possible.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody did acid and watched and saw Zargtha, and that's how they came up with that movie 9.
Yeah.
Just the burlap and the wolf monster got separated.
And also Little Big Planet somehow it's involved in there.
That movie was weird.
It was weird. It was weird on lots of levels, frankly.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that one.
It's actually pretty good.
No, it's not bad. It is just weird.
Yeah. It feels like you're watching something that's was this written by a foreign person and then translated into English, and that's how they came up with the plot? It's real weird.
No,
but it's not.
I hadn't thought about it, but that does sound pretty apt.
It's like Kaiser of the Sausage People.
It does feel like somebody translated something and then they made sense out of it in English and made it coherent. Because there is something sort of off about that movie. But we're getting pretty far off.
Yeah, we are.
We're just doing anything we can to get away from this episode. Before we even said one sentence, really.
Yeah. No, we got one sentence into the German title's the same. We're approximately 3 seconds into this episode. We're off topic.
I mean about the actual episode, not just his title.
Well, that's in the episode, though.
Of course the title is in the episode, but the title isn't part of it, really.
No, but we're 3 seconds in.
Fine, whatever.
No. We're 9.5 minutes in.
We're 9.5 minutes into our bullshit, and that's an entirely different thing.
No, it's gonna take 9 minutes for every 3 seconds of this 42-minute episode.
Yeah, so don't worry. You're gonna need more scotch, bitch.
Don't worry, I'm gonna fall through sleep through half of this.
We know. We all know.
Yeah, but then you get to hear it again.
Yeah.
And again. And again. We're just going to put it on loop.
Well, when I get around to editing, I'll hear it again and again and again. Once I get past episode 4.
Beautiful.
All right. So it starts with this lady. She's in a car.
Business lady.
Yeah, she's talking on the phone. That's how you can tell it's business lady. Car phone.
Car phone.
Talking about some artifacts that are supposed to get you a museum and stuff.
It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, it does. When she arrives at whatever destination, I'm still not positive what this place was actually.
In some sort of warehouse.
Some sort of warehouse, but they don't bother telling you this information, really. They don't bother telling you this information or where that guy who shows up later, does he have a shop? Like, what is that place?
Oh, yeah, there is so little explanation. There is so little explanation about that guy. I don't even want to get into it yet.
Anyway, when she arrives at her warehouse destination, there's ominous thunder. Woo!
Spookity boo.
Yep, and then so her bodyguard / chauffeur, her Kato.
Yeah.
His name is Willis. And they're like, yeah, the guard who's supposed to be here is missing.
The first spot check, by the way. He makes the first spot check to know that things are awry.
And then he horribly fails the second spot check
And
to notice the dead body at his feet when he's walking around.
Yeah, so
moments later,
he goes
looking for the guard.
He pulls out his gun and goes into the warehouse and starts moving through these. Boxes, which it's a bunch of big boxes. Indiana Jones, Top Men style, that sort of thing, except much smaller and shittier.
I will say, there's one line that Willis has where he's like, "Stay here. This is what you pay me for." And all I could think was, it better be that, because it was certainly not. You were not paid to read these lines well.
Yeah,
his acting sticks out as bad in this show. It's rough. He completely misses the dead body.
Yeah.
And then there's some boxes that are knocked over on top of the dead, not on top, they're leaning like the skyscrapers in Idiocracy, just leaning perched over him. And then you can see there's a shadow lurking around, being projected on the boxes in places. And then this lady, she falls back on the only skill she has, and she tries the phone. Literally, all she does in this episode is talk on the phone.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
It's her one skill. She put all her points in phone.
I hadn't thought about that, but that is true.
If only she'd put them in perception.
She put it in reception. Hey. And the bad thing is I called it out immediately, and then it's even true later. And phone's not working. So she starts to walk forward, even though Willis told her to stay there. But then Willis.
What's she talking about, Willis?
Willis is talking about getting his ass kicked by a mummy.
That is pretty accurate.
By a very lazy mummy. This mummy's not interested in making this look good. He's just gonna kind of, not even lumber. He's just gonna casually walk forward. It's not intimidating at all. It's just all right, I'll walk over there and.
I guess I'll maul this guy.
And then we get, oh god, this fucking these cuts that come next are so weird. Where it cuts twice between this chick running in the warehouse screaming and Angie fantasizing about her coffee order.
Yeah. This is definitely the weirdest part in the episode. In an episode that's kind of weird, frankly.
Is this the kind of transition where the lady screams and it transitions out to just the steam percolating?
No. It goes, ah! And then it cuts to Angie and she's saying something about caramel or some shit. And it cuts back to her, ah! And then it cuts back, he's in a mocha.
No, there's no transition. It's literally just cut.
Yeah, they cut back and forth between it 2 times. And then Angie gets, because she's in the office, and then it gets to the door, and then, and then Teague's there with the lady, and Teague's fucking, here's this problem in your lap, and she's I need you to solve my murder. And what the fuck? And she's you're not dead. She's I will be.
I guarantee it, or something along those lines. Oh yeah, Willis is dead, by the way. It wasn't clear. The mummy straight up snaps his neck.
Yeah, he does. He goes, pretty much.
Yeah, it is the super. I replayed that 3 times because I was did I miss something? Did I pass out while I was watching this? No. It just cut.
Is this how Marty experiences the show?
Probably.
Yeah, that is how it felt.
There have been a couple episodes where you just started in, and then I just opened my eyes, and it's and now the score.
So
I'll say 3.2 from what you're kind of talking about right now.
so Teague and Hoff are they're back at the warehouse and no cops.
Yeah, just it's not even a shock outline. Really, it's like a tape outline.
Yeah, they did. They just like taped around the body with masking tape.
Where the body was.
Yeah,
No body.
no, there's no body. They just did like the outline with masking tape. It's pretty great. And so I guess the Willis had fired 4 shots. They're assuming that all 4 hit the mummy. They don't know it's a mummy yet, but they're like, yeah. They're like, how does this guy get shot 4 times, break Willis's neck without bleeding at all? And immediately Teague's
and then leave.
yeah, just casually fucking leave. And then Teague's like, but I'm like, bullshit, you know it's a mummy. You always know what's up, Teague. You're just fucking slow rolling this one.
Well, you can tell that this is the one time Teague actually doesn't know what's going on throughout the whole episode. But you know that he's like on board for the mummy theory.
Yeah. This one is the one that really stretches the credulity of the Doubting Thomas Hoff, by the way.
Because like after they snoop around a bit, like Hoff finds like a bullet.
Yeah. Like it doesn't even look like it went into anything or through anything. It's just perfectly clean bullet just laying on the ground. And Angie's like checking out the artifacts that are supposed to be there, and they're all there. Like nothing's missing.
Yeah, and it's all Egyptian stuff. To be clear.
Yeah.
I mean, you can probably guess that it's mostly Egyptian stuff from the mummy involved, but just to be clear, it is 100% Egyptian stuff.
The bad thing is, like, the perfect, like, reference for Marty understanding how lame this mummy is a reference he won't get, which is the Yeti from WCW.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which is one step above Shockmaster.
Oh, Shockmaster.
I do remember Shockmaster.
But do you remember the gobbledygooker?
No.
He wrestled in a turkey costume.
Shockmaster was the...
He's the one who went through the wall and fell on his face.
Fell on his face, and the helmet came off.
Yes. So yeah, they have this weird conversation about like where this is in LA. Like the LAPD would be here in like what 3 minutes, 5 minute tops. Like what the fuck are you talking about? LAPD's response time is going to be 5 minutes tops to anything.
Yeah, I don't know. That was
like, is it inside the fucking police station? Is it the break room? Like,
it could be right next door to the police station for all we know. They don't show anything. They don't really show anything around. So, for all we know, it could be literally next door to the police station.
So yeah, but there's Angie saying how like they could have, if they were gonna like come in here and steal shit, they could have done what they did and got away with a bunch of shit, and they didn't.
And she also notices that 2 of the display cases were fucked with.
Yeah, she's like, it's wet, and then she said it was like re-soldered. So I was like, wait, is it wet solder? What's going on with this fucking display case? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, she's like, this one got fucked with, so I think they got replaced. I think they just made copies and.
Yeah, so these are counterfeits, but why would anybody...
Yeah. And then and then she leans down and finds her mysterious white powder. And then she talks about how maybe she did blow as a British Museum.
Yeah, that is the funny thing, is she just finds some powder and she immediately is like, oh, this particular color and consistency is I only know it from this one thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just powder,
Have
lady.
you ever heard virginity off a mummy at the British Museum? And so that's the end of our cold open. 7 minutes, 45 seconds in.
20 minutes, 45.
To be fair, like, that was only 11 minutes for 7 minutes and 42 seconds of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We picked it up. So Angie is like doing her science kit stuff with the mysterious powder, and Carbon dates it to 3,000 years old. And then she's like, "Oh, this person was ruling Egypt at that time." Like from this bullshit, just vague estimation of Carbon dating, she's like, "Oh yeah, it was during this person's reign." And then
it's at least a real person.
But it's still like
it is bullshit. I'm not saying it's not bullshit, but it's at least a real person. They didn't
Zargtha.
They didn't Zargtha it. Or Jogan it.
Well, a Jogan is a real imaginary thing.
Yeah.
And the Zargtha's a
Real imaginary thing.
And the Zargtha's there's a difference between real imaginary things and fake imaginary things.
Yeah,
This is our known unknowns and our unknown unknowns thing.
Yeah, you can't laugh at this. This is our whole thing, Marty. The distinction between real imaginary things and fake imaginary things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're talking about like what happened back then, how when she died there was a whole thing about bringing her back and stuff, and Hoff's like immediately like, "This is fucking mummy bullshit. This is bullshit. I'm feeding these fish."
Yeah. Hoff's a real asshole in this particular conversation. Because they're not even really talking about mummies exactly at this point.
No, they're talking about like
they're just talking about the whole thing about how pharaohs believe that they would be reborn and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Hoff's just like, fuck you, fuck Egypt and all its beliefs.
Yeah.
And fuck you for telling me about them. I'm feeding fish. and they keep on being like don't be a douche, Hoff. And he just keeps talking about the fish.
Yeah. And
like, if you talk to them, they eat it.
And yeah, like they mentioned how like this queen of Egypt wasn't buried for like 5 months, and they waited until like the stars were right. And Hoff's basically like, "Fuck off, mummies are dumb."
I'm gonna pet this cat.
If they would have taken the past episodes into account, it would have been "Fuck off, mummies are dumb." Unlike a Jogans and Zargthas.
Also ghosts.
and witches.
And witches.
And vampires.
And demons.
And slime monsters.
Yeah. Oh, and that species lady.
Yeah.
But she's not supernatural exactly.
And so then we get this, we get introduced to this Egyptologist guy, and he's that guy.
Yeah, he's 100% a TV that guy.
Well, he's a
even movie guy.
Yeah, this guy is in both Stargate and The Mummy.
Well, he had to get his mummy cred somewhere.
Which this episode is basically Stargate and The Mummy.
Yeah, it's true.
It's this dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, see, you know that guy.
He's been in all kinds of shit.
Everybody knows that guy. He's a that guy.
Yeah. That's why I wrote classic that guy. And so he's having a conversation with Angie. And he's like,
and also again, this is immediately cut to this. But
there's no transition shot.
No Angie going, "I'm going to talk to this Egyptologist guy."
Yeah, who has an Egyptologist shop? Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, he's this dude in L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, everything is authentic, and Angie's like,
because he's apparently the person who verified that this shit was authentic when it showed up.
And Angie's like, no, and he's like, yeah, everything's fucking. Well, first he turns on the light, and then he's like, "Oh shit, you're hot." There's that weird moment.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it is weird. It is a weird moment. It's a very weird way to. It's a very weird way to flirt.
Yeah.
Where you turn on the light and then suddenly you start hitting the person.
And it's not even like it was dark. It was just like if like you turn on the lamp that was right over there, where it's a little bit darker.
I have to assume that he was aware that he was hot. He was just looking for an in.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying as far as the turning on the light and the whole spiel about that.
And he's like, "Fondle my rod."
Well, that comes later.
No,
that comes
it's
later.
very close after.
No, but First, you have to have the conversation before you get to that. Because
He's
it
true.
is very filthy the way he words it, by the way.
It's true.
Because you have to get to the part where he goes, no, this isn't bullshit. This is authentic. It's all real gold. And Angie's like, well, that doesn't mean it's real from Egypt. She's like, here's this mineral thing showing that these didn't come from mines near Egypt. And he's like, well, fucking, they came,
Like,
they had mines everywhere.
It's like it was Egypt. They got gold from other places.
Yeah. And then she's like, and Angie's like, not Sacramento. And evidently this is like Sacramento gold. It's got made in Sacramento minerals.
The Sacramento part, though, was after he tells her to fondle his rod.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You have to check the length to make sure you're not digging in the wrong space.
He has her stroke the scepter and feel the pulse of their lifeblood and taste their art.
Those are, if not exact,
Not
very
exactly
close.
No, the feel the pulse of their lifeblood. It keeps going after the taste their art, but that was the filthiest part.
Yeah.
And therefore the part I wrote down.
And there was an unzipping sound. As he said it.
It is.
And he's whispering. He has her close her
Has
eyes.
to close her eyes, put her hand around the thing, and he has his hands over hers.
Yeah.
While he does it, he just whispers to her about feeling the pulse of it, and
Pulse of the lifeblood.
Yeah.
feel how turgid it is.
Yeah. The throbbing cold. And then she mentions that.
And then she's like,
Sacramento gold.
yes, but Sacramento though.
Yeah. And then she just like throws it in her like purse with all the other artifacts that she's keeping there.
Yeah.
Just like they're not wrapped up or anything.
It is surprisingly careless for ancient Egyptian artifacts.
Yeah.
At least supposedly ancient
Yeah.
Egyptian artifacts.
Allegedly 3,000-year-old. I'm just gonna throw it in here.
Yeah.
Um.
Like with the cat later, but it's,
So
Throw the cat in the purse.
well, you have to milk it every so often, like in Dune.
Yeah.
So then we cut to again. This warehouse place is so weird. So the lady who says she's gonna die soon, she's in the shower, and then she gets a call because again that's all she does in this episode.
Yeah.
And I think this is the last time she shows up.
She talks on the phone and shows side boob. That's what she does.
Yeah. So she gets called. Hoff calls her, and they're like, "Oh, Teague like set up a place for you to go that'll be safe, and I'll be there in like."
I want to add that around this part of the episode, the shower scene especially, is where I got the distinct impression that this episode felt weirdly like season 1. in terms of the way it's presented and everything. It's like a bit. It definitely has season 2 stuff to it, besides the mummy part. but like the overall presentation of it feels weirdly season 1.
I can see that.
Just and something about the way the characters like react to situations too. It's just an impression that I got from it, and the shower part was what especially stood out to me because it's like this is 100% a season 1 thing where they just here's the hot girl we dragged into this episode.
Well, I mean,
let's show her in the shower.
To be fair, they did that to Donna in the episode where she was possessed by a serial killer too.
No, but. But they portrayed Donna as sexy in basically every time she shows up.
Yeah.
But in season 1, there'd always be a random chick that they would pull into the episode, and they would usually make a point at some point in the episode for her to be shown in a sexual manner. Usually again, obligatory shower scene.
By the way, it's been a while since we've seen Donna.
Also true. Or Griff.
Yeah. I think they didn't put out the pasture.
Yeah.
They went the way of Lou Rawls.
But
They went down Lou Rawls Highway, never to return.
anyway, phone call, right?
Yeah, so So Hoff's gonna be there in like half an hour. And then this lady hears something. So she gets her battle dress on. She grabs a gun and slips on her battle slippers.
Yeah, and a towel.
Well, she had the towel on. She put the towel on when she answered the phone.
Yeah.
And then and evidently the shower is like just in the warehouse.
Yeah, they mentioned that she's at the warehouse or near it or wherever they're storing this shit.
Yeah.
And they just has a shower.
Yeah.
And for some reason she's hanging around these things that where the person who's trying to kill her.
Yeah. Where Willis lost his life.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, whatever, it's cool. I'll just hang out in this murder shack.
It's a really weird choice considering
I brought my gun and my battle slippers.
It's a really weird choice considering her in is like, I'm going to die. You need to solve my murder before it happens.
It's true.
It's a really weird choice on her part.
Yeah.
And nobody talks her out of it or nothing.
No, they don't.
They don't even try.
They don't even show the conversation.
They don't. Yeah, they don't. They don't. Like it's like an offhand sentence that explains where she is, like before she shows up. In fact.
So then Hoff shows up in time to see the mummy just like holding her above his head, and he just like casually tosses her. It's the least menacing toss of all time.
Yeah. It's funny, but though fortunately all in shadow because she 100% loses her towel and everything.
Yeah. It really does look like they just have like a towel on a fishing line, dude. That just goes like whoop.
Yeah.
And then Hoff does a very burlap marauder maneuver where he just kind of runs and just bumps into the mummy.
Yep.
Without any real menace, and then he falls over.
A half-ass tackle.
Yeah, and then the mummy tosses him around for a bit.
And see, I determined that there's no way this is the first time in a good while that Hoff's been like well and truly bodied.
Yeah.
By a guy.
Yeah.
And I figured it's because he can't possibly overcome him, not only because there's no water nearby, but also the mummy is of the desert, and it just and it just dries him out.
Yeah, the mummy is dried, so it's like it's the wrong type. It's not very effective. Yeah. Mummy used toss shit. It's very effective. And he just throws Hoff all over the place, really. And Hoff eventually he goes out.
And the mummy just leaves.
Yeah, the mummy just leaves. He doesn't kill anybody. Both of them are still alive.
Yeah. They're 100% at his mercy, and he just leaves.
Yeah, not only is she, like, down, but she's down without her towel. Hoff's knocked out. And then he just fucking walks away.
Yeah. Hoff is unconscious. She's naked, unarmed, and generally helpless.
Yeah. In like, almost every definition of the word.
Yeah.
So
the only way she gets more helpless is if you hog tie her at this point.
Yeah. And then Hoff, by the way, still doesn't believe in mummies after this.
That's true. That's the best part of the whole encounter. Is
immediately afterwards they cut to Teague there like, what happened? And he's like, certainly not fucking mummies. It wasn't an 8-foot-tall mummy that just threw me through 8 boxes over there.
Yeah, I just got beat up by a dude in bandages. Happens all the time.
Yeah, it was the pro wrestler, the Yeti. The whole Dungeon of Doom came and kicked my ass. So, and so this is where they mention how like all this stuff was all about how it was all related to rebirth. This was all rebirth stuff. And then Angie mentioned something about bringing something to see how Lawrence of Arabia reacts. I'm like, what? Just weird line. It's like Lawrence of Arabia is not even Arabian. He's English.
Yeah. No, it was a really I wasn't sure if she was trying to talk about the mummy or
I don't know either.
or
the Egyptologist.
Or the Egyptologist.
Yeah, one of them.
Who they didn't introduce, I think, when he first shows up. I could be wrong.
Really, they mention his name later, but
they mentioned his name later. Which as I remember is Anton. I remembered that because it was like, what the hell? Because I was wondering at that point, what is his name?
See, I had already just started referring to him by his actor's name because I was like, "It's that guy." I gotta look him up.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
And so he's Dr. Eric in all my notes.
No, that's good. Dr. Eric Anton.
Yep.
That one sounds real.
It kind of does. So yeah, Angie decides to... We're still trying to figure out who Lawrence of Arabia is in this context. And she's already committed to doing some light breaking and entering. Mm-hmm. And she breaks into, I guess, the shop?
Yeah.
This place? I don't know what it is. It's a place.
Well,
she breaks into Dr. Eric Anton's place.
Yeah, she breaks. It's such a weird thing.
Yeah,
because it's like shop, but for Egyptology.
Yeah,
like how much traffic does that get?
I don't know. It's right off Venice. It's like, you get a smoothie. You want to buy a Egyptian urn or some bullshit. Like, I don't know.
Cat statue.
Weird scepter you can stroke.
Yeah, yeah. You can feel its lifeblood.
Yeah. Taste the art of these workers. And so she finds the sarcophagus that presumably the mummy came out of. It's got the same cocaine on the bottom. Mm-hmm. And she just decides to scoop up a little sample of his grave sneef just to make sure.
Yeah.
And then
have a little hit later.
Yep. And then she finds this weird See, at first I wasn't clear, and I'm still not clear about those people that she finds. And at first I was like, is this a glory hole to ancient Egypt that she finds?
Yeah. No, it's real weird. It's she starts hearing clanking sounds. Mm-hmm. And she follows the sound to a bookcase type thing.
Yep.
That's being used to hold various artifact like things. And so she snoops around it, and she sees there's a hole in it.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah, she moves like some thing.
Yeah, she moves something aside, and there's a hole in it, which seems like a bad idea considering what they're doing. And in the weird glory hole, she sees a bunch of bald dudes working in a sweatshop.
Yeah.
As you do. And the weird part about it is the overall impression of both the room and the people in it is very ancient Egypt-y. Yeah. Like the room has a bunch of Egyptian type features, and they're sort of just wearing rags, but it's so it gives the impression that they're like Egyptian slaves or something like that.
Yeah, and they don't react to Angie at all.
Yeah, she finds a way in there. She finds a hidden switch and opens up the thing and goes in there, which seems like a really bad idea. Yeah. Because, I found a bunch of burly dudes in a sweatshop. I know.
And the bad thing is, it's not even the worst idea she makes.
No, it's not.
She has worse ideas moments later when she decides to just break down their wall.
Well, that one was baffling on a lot of levels, but it's also a very bad idea. And also then to go in alone. Yeah. Is also a bad idea.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves because she goes into this room with these dudes, who are just sort of repetitively, almost mindlessly working at their tasks. Yep. And they don't react to her in any way, shape, or form. Nope. She talks to them and they don't say anything. She waves her hand in front of their face and they don't do anything.
Takes a sample of the gold that they're working with.
So, but it's obvious that they're basically working on making these artifact type things. Mm-hmm.
And she tries to tell him this means that I'm on to your boss and you're in trouble, blah blah blah. And they don't give a shit. And then she calls up Hoff and leaves a message at the office. That's a message.
That was fun.
So she calls and leaves a message, and she's like, "Oh, I went through the glory hole in this place."
And this dude's here.
Yeah.
They're all bald and naked. Well, she also sees like fog come from under like a wall.
Yeah. And then so then she grabs like
a
rod.
Yeah.
Where she grabs this rod type thing.
Yeah.
And just starts poking the wall. And like that's not working. It's just knocking like the paint off and there's still bricks behind it. So then she walks over and grabs a hammer that one of the dudes has on his like workbench and just fucking starts knocking the wall down. Yeah. If
she sees fog go under something, she just immediately decides to break that thing.
Yeah.
That's just apparently how the Angie works.
Angie's mad. And so then just gets the wall like down, makes a hole, and then steps through and immediately just tumbles ass over tea kettle down a ramp.
Again, spot checks. Both the spot check to find this hidden room, and the spot check and the spot check to find the hidden wall, and failing the spot check to just immediately tumble down this thing, which is really shitty on her part because she has a flashlight and everything. Like she could literally look where her foot was gonna be.
Yeah.
And put it, but no, she even you even see her point the flashlight down where her foot is gonna be, and she just goes, "Oh, I'll just tap my foot here." And woo!
Yeah, 45 degrees doesn't seem that steep.
Now she's in a cave.
Yeah, now she's like in a cave, and then Hoff comes in the office, gets the message, can't be bothered to listen to this like 20-second message without fast forwarding through.
Yeah, he immediately goes like, fuck it, Angie and her mummy bullshit.
The mummies don't exist, even though I got my ass handed to me by one.
Like 12 minutes ago.
So he fast forwards through it, but not all the way, so that he just fast forwards to the plot relevant part.
Yeah, that's the funny part.
Like, oh, Dr. Eric Anton's place, huh? I bought Sceptre there last week.
He kept trying to get me to stroke it.
And I did.
And then he wanted to see if I'd go visit his whole back, and I wasn't into that.
He had this gold spray paint.
So he's like, shit, she got into some shit. And he also finds, like, some notes that I guess when Teague and Angie were, like, researching stuff, they were just writing notes. And it's talking about how, like, the stars are right now for the passage to open.
Yeah.
And he's like, fucking shit. They're fucking, fuck, damn it. And he just runs out the door, basically. And so then...
Oh, and he's already made an Abbott and Costello reference at this point.
Yeah.
I believe it was actually back after he was feeding the fish. It's when he leaves at that point. He's just like, Abbott and Costello. Mummies are bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he gets beat up by a mummy. But anyway, back to where we are.
Yeah. So then Dr. Eric, he finds Angie's hole in the wall. And he's like, "Mummy, go take care of that shit."
Yeah, that's another weird thing because it cuts to Dr. Eric Anton in his weird sweatshop thing.
Yeah,
and also the mummy's there.
He's just hanging out,
which he apparently commands.
Yeah, and also like at this point, like they've shown the mummy. You've seen the mummy, but it's been in like kind of like a shadow, like he's doing stuff. This shot, they just show the mummy just standing there, and it's way too much of the mummy to be showing.
Yeah, it's true. As the case with most monsters in this series.
Yeah, it's like you can see the quilted northern pattern on the. Yeah, it's a bad look.
The left leg Charmin. And
yeah, just mixed it all up. So then Hoff goes to the shop, and then he basically retraces Angie's steps in fast forward.
Yeah,
he's like, break into the door, and Angie's kind of just wandering around this cave, while Hoff is like working his way through.
This is the part of the episode that feels the longest, by the way.
Oh god, it does.
It's because it's basically just here's what Angie's doing, here's what Hoff's doing.
Hoff's doing
what Angie was doing like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, and then when the mummy takes a swing at Angie, and they VR troopers the shot hard.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, that was. I don't know why. It's baffling to why they would do it. Why they would do it this hard.
Yeah, I don't know. They showed this from like 18 different angles. Like they just keep rewinding and showing him just smash it, and it's not even like she gets out of the way and he smashes like in one scene in one shot that like look good.
Yeah.
Like no,
Angie's like standing. She's like sort of reached the end of the passage, the weirdly well lit cave that she's found herself in.
Yeah.
Because there's torches everywhere. And she's found like a bunch of canopic jars type things and various Egyptian
jars.
Yeah, canapé jars. Sure.
yeah.
She's found a bunch
Just
of
little hors d'oeuvres everywhere.
She's found a bunch of weird, a bunch of various Egyptian bullshit just to like poke at for a bit, and then out of nowhere, mummy.
Yeah.
And again, we like we were saying, there was a weird thing where Angie does a thing, Hoff does what she did a little bit ago, but also the mummy is slotted in there too.
Yeah, and the mummy's just kind of wandering around.
And a little bit before that, we saw the mummy pick up a big old scepter.
Yeah, like just a big one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
you can tell you got to follow this one with like 4 hands.
Yeah, Mr. Hands.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so then when he catches up, he just like they don't. It's not even like there's an action shot. Like I said, it's like Angie. They show a close up of Angie going like and then the mummy
diving out of the way.
Yeah, and then the mummy just smashes this jar, and then it's like smash again. This angle, smash. It's like this.
The canapes.
it's like this isn't like mankind being thrown off the Hell in the Cell.
Yeah,
this isn't an amazing shot.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so unnecessary.
Yeah, it's like they got to the end of the episode and they're like, we're 15 seconds short. What do we do? Just pat it out with 15 seconds of that jar breaking.
Well, and see, not even just that. It's like everything about the shot is weird. Like they could have done it where like she actually moves out of the way of him, like swinging the staff or something.
Yeah,
but they don't.
No,
it's like completely separate cuts.
Yeah, they could have Jeepers Creepers vision it.
Yeah, even that.
No, they don't.
Even the Zargtha vision.
Yeah, we could have got some Zargtha vision. A new effect for mummy vision. We don't.
Mm-hmm.
But that also meant that they like filmed it at multiple angles, right?
It is.
So that means that it can't be just like a padding thing. Like they literally filmed it at like multiple angles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's baffling. I don't understand any of it.
It's really weird. So, I mean, and Hoff does the exact same things. He goes through the glory hole, he tumbles down the same ramp. But then he has learned one thing. He has learned you don't just jump and bump softly into a mummy. So he's leveled up his game, and he just picks up a torch and just burns the mummy on death.
Yeah.
That's his first move. He doesn't even try to do anything else. He just, then the Charmin just goes up in flames.
Yep.
And the mummy's out of the picture now.
Yeah, it just runs off on fire in the cave, and that's it.
Yep.
And that's all she wrote for the mummy.
Yeah. So now Dr. Eric, he's assembled the 13 treasures or whatever he needs. And he's built the Spotlight of Doom.
Yeah. That's also again. This is also part of the weirdness because in this period of time, Angie has been captured.
Yep.
After she didn't get hit by a scepter and just fell on the ground.
Yep. So he's just and by the way, Dr. Eric is now in like the world's shittiest like Egyptian pharaoh Halloween costume from Spirit.
Yeah, that is true. Followed by the second shittiest Egyptian outfit by his beefcake guard.
Yeah. And he's like holding Angie, and then quickly doesn't give a shit about holding her. Like it's real weird too.
Well, he goes off on a rant about like, oh, time for the rebirth, and we've collected all the things, and blah blah blah, and we can open the doorway now.
It's kind of a big exposition dump about stuff that they've not bothered making you care one fucking lick about this entire episode.
Yeah, they have explained so little. about him and his motivations or who he is. Like some of the implication is that he's like a reincarnation or something.
Yeah,
Either that or he's just a crazy Egyptologist who's obsessed with this. But they don't tell you one way or the other.
Or maybe he's just a time traveling Egyptian. We don't know.
Yeah, he could be a pharaoh who's been just alive.
He could be the guy that promised to bring her back.
See, that'd be a good twist. But that's not the case.
Fucking, we don't know.
We don't know. Could be any of this shit.
Yeah.
He could just be a crazy man who came off the streets and killed the guy who lived there and took over his Egyptology shop.
Yeah.
I mean,
and so
seeming likely.
Yeah. And now the spotlight of doom hits the cat statue. Because this is the thing. Again, none of this has been explained.
Right.
So he's talking about how the thing is something supposed to align, and then and it's the same spotlight. It's the same spotlight from the from the episode where it sends you in the future.
Yeah.
So he's created a magnetic vortex, I think is what that was.
Fuck. It was a fuck you, is what that was. It was a fucking spotlight that sent you through fucking time and space.
This might do the same thing.
That's true.
Or could turn you into
no. It's not the spotlight that does it. And the spotlight activates it.
Oh yeah, but the portal might channel that spotlight energy.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's just redirect. It's changing.
So
the flow.
So it's the same energy, but this is controlled.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. This
I
is.
see.
Yeah.
Well, it is much better.
Yeah.
Than whatever the shit they had. Because they knew nothing about it and refused to do anything.
They just threw footballs and apples through it. Yeah, that's all they did.
They did nothing for it. Meanwhile, the ancient Egyptians figured this shit out.
Yeah, well, because they had cats and gold and.
Well, you throw enough cats through the mystery portal.
It's true. And so, but yeah. Also behind him is like the world's shittiest Stargate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when the light shines directly over the cat, and then the Stargate green screen effect changes.
Yeah. It activates this weird doorway, the shitty Stargate.
But the thing was, it was already kind of active, so there was shit going on behind him.
Right.
But then when it got to the cat, it focused.
Yeah. So now it looks like it's a sort of weird shitty green effect where it sort of looks like the sky, but it's like moving really fast.
Yeah. And then like
which actually is similar to the Stargate effect, when you're going through it.
Which again, this guy was in the Mummy and Stargate.
Yeah, no, it is 100% just let's mash his shit together.
Which is crazy because this came out 2 years before the Mummy.
Which means that they took their inspiration was this.
When did Stargate come out? 1994. Okay, yeah. So this is 3 years after Stargate.
Okay, good. That'd be real.
This is before Stargate. I'd get real pissed off about everything in the world.
No, that'd be.
But I mean, the Stargate movie did have that huge Egyptian theme. So.
Yeah.
No, exactly. It all ties together way too well. It's kind of obnoxious.
Also, like,
but anyway.
Well, when Hoff is like threatening them to get like Angie back, and like he's got the torch. He hasn't let go of the torch. But, like, he knows he can't light a shirtless guy on fire. Like, that's just a line he can't cross.
Yeah. As I mentioned, he has a weird masked beefcake guard guy.
Yeah, and it's a real shitty mask. Like,
100%.
It's not like an Egyptian-looking mask.
He's got a hockey mask on.
It looks like somebody tried to make a paper mache hockey mask.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I want to say tinfoil was what they used on the outside of it, because it's shiny.
Like the Shocker.
Like the Shocker. The Shocker had a better thing going on.
His was at least glittery.
Yeah, no, this is just like tinfoil on a paper mask.
It's a real rough look. It's not good. And Hoff knows that he's covered in baby oil, so we cannot actually get this torch near him. Mm-hmm. This guy's only getting extra rates. He's not a certified stuntman.
But yeah.
But he doesn't stop Dr. Eric and the shirtless beefcake from going through the Stargate.
Yeah,
And then
because Dr. Eric Anton is like, come with me, Angie, come through the portal, and we'll talk to the gods or something along those
yeah,
lines.
and she's like, nah.
No, I don't want to. And he's gonna force her through the portal, and but then he just sort of lets her go.
Yeah, he's like,
Like literally, he's like holding her.
Yeah, like,
and then she just sort of wrestles free and just leaves.
don't light my Willis on fire. You already killed my mummy.
And so she gets a few steps away. He's like, fuck it, whatever. And they and the guard's like, oh well, I mean, time to go. So
Yep.
they both just leave through the portal.
Yep.
And then gone.
And then the spotlight of doom blows up the cat statue.
It blows up, in fact, all the artifacts.
Yeah, you see the blow up, boom, and then like after the flash from that, like everything's just gone. It's just gone. There's nothing there. The Stargate's gone.
Because he's collected a bunch of these all these artifacts.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that's what's required to open the gate and all that.
Yeah.
shit.
And now it's just gone. It's just all gone. They're just in a cave.
Yeah, that is the funny thing. Is the flash and the boom happens, and then commercial break, and then when it comes back, then everything's just gone,
Yeah.
and they're just in a cave.
Yeah. And then Angie's like,
Once again, a strangely well lit cave. And this time they don't even have torches.
no, those are all gone. They're just hanging out in this cave that just got it. Well, I mean, maybe the spotlight of doom still like
Could be.
just refracting up there.
The time was right. The stars
Yeah.
had aligned.
Yeah. There might be some moonlight bouncing around in there or something. And so Angie's like, yeah, I don't know how you explain this to like
The insurance company.
yeah, the insurance company that like
Because that's the whole thing.
yeah, Dr. Eric stole them all and disappeared through a portal. and by the way, they didn't stop anything either.
Yeah.
Like,
no. They 100% failed.
They accomplished nothing in this entire episode. It's like because the lady would have died if the mummy wanted to kill her, but he just walked away.
The only possible explanation there is that the mummy has some sort of Ultraman thing where he can only operate for a short amount of time in kill mode, and so Hoff just managed to just spend enough time so that he couldn't snap the lady's neck.
Face tanked all of his attack cards.
Yeah, something like that. That's the only explanation,
And then
that's completely out of my ass at this very second.
The mummy is a Gloomhaven character.
Yep, ran out of cards.
Yep.
He was just exhausted. Had to go back and do more grave cocaine. And so I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, what do you mean? You gotta believe this stuff now. He's like, you gotta believe in mummies. He's like, well, maybe mummies. Because I did burn one alive. Or unalive. But all this other stuff, no, I don't believe in it.
Yeah. Sure, I just saw like a space portal open up and
this, again, to your point, this is a very season 1 kind of like ending too.
also true. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the fucking episode. Is just
Yeah. They
finally
They leave the cave. Angie's like, we have to talk about this. You have to believe this. And Angie's like, and Hoff just like, nope. Also, Abbott and Costello. Yuck. That's again, like I said, two Abbott and Costello references.
And he does. He's like, maybe mummies are real. Maybe. I mean, I fought a mummy twice in like 30 minutes, but.
And what about a Jogans? Maybe a Jogans.
No, he still doesn't believe in a joke. He only believes in the joke when he only believes in things when he's directly fighting them. And even then, only barely.
Yeah.
But again, that's the episode.
Yeah.
It's not, that's it.
Maybe he's like that one guy that's just that we talked about in the Arkham series. It's just so dumb that he doesn't get sanity loss.
Well, see, it's almost like that, but it's definitely not the case because Hoff isn't that stupid. Hoff is the smart guy, but he's not the dumb where he just doesn't understand why he should be.
It's just a puppy.
That puppy looks sick. I think that's literally a flavor text from his bullshit. But Hoff isn't that dumb. He just is like, no, I refuse.
No.
I refuse to accept this.
Yeah.
He's just incredibly stubborn about this one thing.
Yeah.
You and your mummies can fuck off.
I deny your reality and insert my own.
It's very similar to that, just the very stupid version of that. Which honestly is why I hate that quote. in a lot of ways because it's very. I understand the sentiment, but it's a very selfish quote where you're just like, no, I'm too cool to believe in things.
Yep.
There's so much weird about this episode because they just don't explain the plot like at all.
No,
Like at all, because what you have to suss out, what you have to realize by the end of the episode, because you've watched it and all that shit, is that for whatever reason, which they don't explain, this Egyptologist guy, who could be an ancient pharaoh, could be a reincarnation type thing, could just be like obsessed with this shit, or again just a crazy hobo. Or
I haven't seen it, so I'm going to go with Crazy Hobo.
Of course, we know you're going to go with crazy hobo because I said hobo. And that's the magic word.
He said either hobo or lamb, and so that's just
This is lamb hobo. Hobo made a lamb. He has been collecting these artifacts, and presumably more than just the ones that are in this particular shipment from this one lady, who is totally fucked from an insurance standpoint.
yeah. But also, like, do they really even like have to admit that like they're not real? Because no one was like questioning it really before Angie started.
Oh, the ones
fakes,
are fakes.
yeah.
I mean, that would be the smart thing to do at this point. Would be just be like, oh yeah, these are fake. These are real. They were verified by this Egyptologist guy. You know, he has all these licenses and whatever.
Yeah.
Don't look for him though,
Yeah.
because he's not here. He died in a boat. Exploded. And exploded into a bit of acid. But you have to assume that he has been like acquiring these artifacts. Apparently, with the services of his attack mummy.
Yeah. By the way, this is the guy's mask.
Oh, that's
Yeah, no, it's real bad.
that's great.
It's real bad. Let me get another look at that mask. Yeah.
It looks like they put tinfoil over one of those like Phantom of the Opera masks.
Yeah, don't say
and then
that.
just attached like a handle.
No,
Well,
that's what I was thinking.
I mean, it looks like they just took like one of those like when they're just teaching you how to do like the paper mache mask type thing or like the plaster gas mask, and they just like took that and just covered it in tinfoil.
That's also pretty plausible.
And just,
It looks like
can I see that again?
it looks like a shitty version of the Jabberwocky.
It really does.
The Jabberwocky's Halloween ball.
Yeah, it does look. It does almost look like somebody trying to do like an Egyptian cosplay of it.
It looks like somebody just kind of cut holes and put dents into like a trowel.
Wow.
And it's hilarious how it doesn't even cover like his face well. Like it just kind of goes from the cheekbone,
Yeah,
like a diagonal.
That's what I was saying. It's like a garden trowel. Like they just like flattened it a little bit and then just cut some holes in it because it even has like the handle.
Yeah. But yeah, so this dude has been collecting these artifacts with his attack mummy, and it's really unclear about how they do the like the swap out too. Like, did the attack mummy does he know how to solder? Did he repaint those display cases and that's why they were wet? But yeah, so he's been doing this, collecting these to open up this gate. Which sure, fine. He apparently that's a thing he knows how to do. But you don't know why, really, and because the stated reason to collect all these things was to like revive the particular pharaoh lady that they mentioned.
Yeah. See, there's our spotlight of doom, and the shitty Halloween costume.
Yep.
And so yeah, you just come in at the tail end of this plot, of this master plot that this guy has, and nobody else, and they don't do a thing to stop it. Not that there's really, I don't know why they exactly want to stop it besides the whole insurance angle.
Yeah.
Like, if this dude wants to teleport himself to another dimension, I don't give a shit. Who cares?
Yeah, and we're not told that like anything is gonna happen as a result of this, and that it's important in any way for them to stop it.
No, he's leaving, or that lady is coming back.
Or something.
Those are the two apparent possibilities. There's what they stated initially, which is this lady would be revived, and then there's what he says like during his weird exposition dump,
Yeah.
where he's like, "We'll travel to the realm of the gods."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, sure, I guess that's what it does."
Well, I mean, maybe she's asleep in the realm of the gods.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be.
She has to set the alarm clock.
That's what it's supposed to be with the pharaohs. That's part of the whole journey for them. Is they're supposed to travel to their own cool realm because they're pharaohs, and then I guess they go there now. Is what apparently happens. And also, there's the weird sweatshop thing.
Yeah,
Which
like
the implication, from what I can gather, is that these people are just craftsmen who know how to make really good replicas because they're like classically trained, so to speak. And but what's not explained is why they're like zombies, or what, and what's going to happen to them. No,
yeah, like at first I thought what happened was like, oh, Angie went back in time, and then she can't like interact with the people in the past. That's what I thought. That was my first idea upon her entering the glory hole.
See, I didn't think that, but I can see why you did, because again, the room, the weird sweatshop thing does look weird, all weird and Egyptian-y.
Yeah. And it doesn't, and like I said, they're using like old tools and she can't interact with them. So I'm like, oh, that's gotta be, I don't know why, but that's gotta be the answer. And it's not.
Yeah. The thing is there's no answer.
There's not an answer.
There's no answer for the weird.
There's not an answer. They didn't even bother writing down the question.
They're just like mindless craftsmen that he commands, apparently.
Yeah.
And again, he commands the mummy, and we don't know how that's a thing.
Yeah, and we don't know where this shirtless guy in the shitty mask came from.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he just appears to be another like slave that he commands.
Yeah.
Just like the craftsman, but he's a guard.
Yeah. Well, he got that sweet Jabberwocky mask out of it.
Well, it could, the interesting explanations are that that these people are all ancient Egyptians, and that they're just still alive and just pursuing this goal. They just have been pursuing that goal for their time, just been waiting for the stars to align. There's also the possibility of them being reincarnations, which has a similar sort of thing. It's just they haven't been alive the whole
It's
time.
just you cross mummies alive and gargoyles.
Yeah.
The spell's broken. We live again.
Mummies
Ding,
alive.
ding,
A
ding,
mummy's
ding,
alive
ding,
and gargoyles crossover would be way better.
So, how many writers did this have?
Fucking, I don't know.
I wonder if, like, the writers had two different ideas, or two or three different ideas of what was going on, and it was filmed in chunks. So
That would explain a lot.
So they were going to the... one guy decided that, they were going to go to the... he was going to go to the realm and do whatever, and another one's like, wake up the lady, and... another one just wanted to film in a glory hole.
Well, he got 8 shirtless dudes all oiled up and made a glory hole.
Well, there's a brief.
So Joel Schumacher was one of the writers.
Well, here's another thing: is the mummy? They don't really explain the mummy like at all either.
Oh shit! David Hasselhoff is listed as one of the writers.
They don't really explain the mummy at all either. Like mummies are usually significant people, but they never get around to explaining that who this mummy could have been, or anything along those lines. Like the implication initially is that the mummy is the pharaoh lady that they talked about, but it's obviously not it doesn't appear to be a lady in any way, shape, or form.
No,
and there's nothing about it that implies any of that otherwise.
No, this like breaks my heart. Like so, one of the writer who's like, because like there's like 4 created by credits on IMDb and 1 written by credit.
Okay.
And the written by credit is Gary Conway, who, like, I saw some of his credits and I'm like, okay, sure. He wrote like some Law and Order episodes, and he wrote, like, he was a writer on Conan the Destroyer.
Sure.
diagnosis murder. 3 episodes of Batman the Animated Series.
What?
Yeah!
What episode? I have to know.
He was a writer on the Werewolf by Night TV special, which was really good.
Uh-huh.
And also dealt with monster stuff way better.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, he wrote Heart of Ice.
He wrote on the Punisher TV series, the recent one that was on Netflix. Yeah. He's written good stuff.
What's his name?
Gary Conway, Gerry. He wrote 1 episode of Batman Beyond. He wrote some Silk Stockings. Oh boy. Which 3 episodes? Appointment in Crime Alley, Off Balance.
Gerry?
Yeah, and Second Chance.
Is he a comic book writer?
Yeah.
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 Second Chance. Okay, so Second Chance was the one where like Two-Face was supposed to get a surgery to like fix his two-facedness.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, he wrote that one. And I remember there was like explanations for stuff. Things didn't just happen in that episode. He wrote 5 episodes of G.I. Joe. And 9 episodes of Centurions.
Centurions.
He wrote 1 episode of China Saucers.
Yeah.
2 episodes of Spider-Man the Animated Series. Mm-hmm. Which 2 episodes? The Night of the Lizard. Okay.
Oh, really? The Night of the Lizard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
He wrote the fucking 1st episode. And Neogenic Nightmare Chapter 7. What?
That I don't recall.
Enter the Punisher.
So the Batman animated series was Appointment in Crime Alley.
Yeah, he wrote 3 episodes. He wrote Appointment in Crime Alley, Off Balance, and Second Chance.
What was Off Balance?
But Off Balance, it says that his credit might be kind of weird on that.
Yeah, his wiki just says Appointment in Crime Alley, but
so I guess it was a so Off Balance, he just created a character that they used.
Okay.
And then he wrote the teleplay for Second Chance.
I'm trying to remember what Appointment in Crime Alley went.
He wrote 1 episode of Dino Riders.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we were off the deep end here.
It's such... Well, yeah, the writing in this episode is so bonkers, and to find that it's like by an actual writer is bizarre.
Yeah.
It like doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
It's like how much. It's like what drugs was he on at this point in time? Okay, I vaguely remember this episode.
I mean, this guy's the guy who fucking created Killer Croc.
Bizarre. I don't...
And the Punisher?
well, I mean, cocaine doesn't make itself. So.
Doesn't snort itself either.
That's why there was white powder everywhere.
Yeah,
it was an allegory.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that explains all the white powder.
And this guy's done a lot, and this is one of the things he did.
Yep. One of his high points. Known for white powder and glory
It'd
holes.
be like, oh, you know, the one thing I was really proud of in all my work is the servant up from Baywatch Nights.
Oh, man. I started with the part about tricking off the Sceptre and worked my way up from there.
Worked my way up the shaft.
Until I came to completion.
Until I lit a mummy on fire. And I mean that euphemistically. Alright.
But yeah.
Score.
Fucking score.
Score.
2.4.
Yeah, it's that's the thing. That's the annoying thing about the episode, because it's not good because they don't explain shit. And they could have explained stuff they could have just explained stuff in any way, shape, or form, and made it an okay episode.
Yeah, they there's like 2 conversations where they vaguely hint at the plot, and the rest is just shower scenes and mummy fights, and just cocaine.
Yeah,
which I'm making sound way more fun than it is.
Yeah, and I think part of the reason maybe why it felt like a season 1 episode is that this might have been a very early episode technically, like from a production standpoint.
Maybe it's hard to say.
It is hard to say because there's nothing explaining Teague at all, and he's obviously established in this episode. Like he's a known factor. They don't have to be like, oh, it's Teague.
But I don't think so, because I feel like the less Griff and Donna are there, the more likely it's a later episode where they're just like, all right, now, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, all the evidence points to it not being that. But
I mean, again, remember, this show was just floundering.
True.
It was just searching for anything.
True.
So, like, I don't know. What if we try to recreate some of that magic from season 1 that we destroyed?
Yeah.
It's just a baffling.
That magic from season 1.
Well, I mean, they just need a chicken costume.
Yeah. It's just the entire lack of explanation for any of this episode's nonsense means it has been rated very low. But I'm just not sure how low.
Yeah, and again, one of the baffling things too is like how few people are actually in this episode.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell they're just slashing budget where they can. There's literally 6 people that talk in this episode. there's
Dr.
Hoff, Angie,
Dr.
Teague,
Dr. Eric Anton,
and the lady, and no, there's 5. I think there's 5 people that have any fucking lines in this goddamn episode.
Right, because the guard has a couple lines.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, Willis got some lines. Willis is the 6th. And everybody else is a non-speaking extra.
That's true. Yeah. Like, there's even a point about
They had to bring their own baby oil.
Yeah, nobody, none of the
BYOBO.
none of the weird slave people talk.
Yeah. Not Sir Beefcake Von Jabberwocky.
nor the craftsmen.
Nope.
Or craft services.
I mean, I don't know about craft services.
I'm pretty sure craft services were just rubbed up in baby oil and thrown out.
Those are all gaffers.
So yeah, none of them talk. The mummy doesn't make sounds. I think it does. It like goes and stuff, but
I don't think that counts as a.
It doesn't count as a speaking role.
Here, hold on to the scepter. You're the best boy.
I think they say more like, you're the best boy when you have to hold on to the scepter.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're the best boy.
That scepter doubles as a boom mic, so just hold it steady for us.
That's my thing's pot.
Get a grip.
Ba-da-bum.
I'll show you my second unit. But yeah, there's just nobody in this episode, really. Like, as far as secondary, characters.
What is our lowest episode? And I know our worst character is
Dr. John.
Is Dr. John, and he's still worse than all of this shit.
Yes.
Because he is still the worst.
Terror of the Deep is our lowest at 3.
Is
That's
this worse?
the Ajogan?
Is this worse than Terror of the Deep?
Yeah.
It might be. Because
2.4.
at least they explain.
Yeah, the Ajogan is the most fierce thing from the most fierce culture.
Yeah.
We understand this. We get the idea that the Ajogan is basically New Guinea's what you call it, Armis.
Yeah.
It's a New Guinea Armis. Okay, I get it. What's a New Guinea Armis here for? Well, it was on the ship and the shipwrecked and he's eating people. Okay, there's a plot. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
This one is like, well, there's mummy stuff.
It's like, yeah, there's a mummy.
Yeah, no, it's that whole like step one mummies ... profit.
It really is. I feel like the episode, as written on the script, was just 3 pages. 2 of them said opening scene, and it had the opening scene. The middle page said mummy, and then the last page said ending. And those are all the words.
And they just had Dr. Eric Anton just like
Just fucking wing it, dude.
just scream, just say anything he wanted from Stargate.
Yeah, just say what you remember from the porn parody of Stargate. Go.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And it all goes above Dr. Jones because Dr. Eric Anton is fine.
Yeah.
Like as a character, he's okay, except for the
Yeah.
fact that they
He
don't
showed up
explain
for his 2 days and he put the work in.
Mm-hmm. And I want to see what else. The mummy fights and all that stuff reinforces our Hoff theory
Yeah.
about him being a water
Yeah.
elemental and stuff. And also side boob, because that's all she contributed to the episode.
So we're
2.4.
2.4 sounds pretty close. I don't know if you want to put that up and down at all. I don't know.
I mean, I'm inclined to give as much effort to this episode as this episode gave to us. So sure, 2.4.
Right. 2.4 shrug emoji.
I mean, I spent half of that time just trying to decipher some of our other rankings just because I was bored halfway through ranking.
Well, one of them has a Prince symbol in it.
Well, that one's
No.
that one's on its own. That's its own scale. No, it's the fact that Ascension is minus 0.15 of Spacebore because Spacebore is 4.20 plus or minus 0.69. And so it's directly related to Spacebore, which may be up or down.
Yeah. We continue to have the best and worst rating system in existence.
Well, I say that the Prince symbol Omega rating for Knights of Dragon 1 is entirely accurate.
No. See, I agree 100%. I was there. You were there. We were all there.
It's the only thing you can rate it.
Because it just is bonkers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much I was there.
We know you weren't there. We know you were there because you were because you were very confused at our. You were very confused and annoyed at our inability to rate it at the end of the episode.
Now, 100%. If we, out of the whole series so far, if we had to pick one episode for Marty to watch, it would be that episode, correct?
Oh yeah, just because it's bizarre.
It's just weird.
I mean, this one has points just because again, it like all the choices in it are just baffling. But Knights of Dragon 1 is definitely the one that we would pick.
Yeah.
Just to make you watch because again, it is. Bleh.
Yeah. And if we could I still think it's kind of hilarious that our high point from season 1 was like the episode they cobbled together from like the leftover pilot.
Oh right.
Back when they had hopes and dreams.
Yep.
And Destiny.
Well, yeah. So, next up, we already said the name, the symbol of death, because it was like That sounds more like a Mummy episode. I don't know where the servant... I guess he's the servant. Dr. Eric is the servant, and he's serving...
I assumed that the Mummy was.
Maybe...
Because they're all serving him. He commands them.
Well, they're serving him, but he's serving her in a sense.
Well, is he serving her? Because he's just sort of going to... He's just opening up a portal and going to her house now. He's visiting her for a booty call.
It doesn't... half of the plot...
She called him and said her parents weren't home.
Well, the plot was all set up that he was supposed to be serving her.
Yeah.
And maybe he's serving her papers?
That would be funny. But no, you're right. And that the way the plot was set up is that he would be serving her. But the way it
serving
plays,
her that Sceptre.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. You wanted to bring Angie in on a threesome. She went down.
I mean, who wouldn't?
I mean, yeah. I can't blame the guy.
You blame him for trying.
Well, here's the thing: is despite the weird kidnapping thing, he wasn't pushy about it.
He really wasn't.
He just like
he shot his shot and then he let her go.
Yeah. He's just like, come with me, Angie. We'll meet the guys and fuck them. We'll have a sweet afterlife orgy. And she's like, nah. And he's like, you sure? And he's like, nah, I'm gonna leave. And he just goes, and that's it. There's no.
I would love if like more cartoon villains had that kind of attitude. You know,
if they were like you will join me, and they're just like, okay, if you don't want to join me, that's fine.
Yeah, fuck it. There's plenty of bitches out there.
Well, that wasn't that how the supervillain guy in that one Simpsons episode was, you know, because Homer's like, I don't want to work for you anymore. It's like I can't work for you anymore because I gotta be with my family or whatever it was in that episode. And he's like, are you sure? Okay, well, I gotta go back to fighting the CIA or whoever the fuck. And then the lady backflips and breaks some dude's neck. And, you know.
Yep. All right. So yeah,
Symbol of Death.
Symbol of Death, which doesn't apply any better to this episode now that we've seen it. Nothing really does.
Mummies!
It should have just been called Mummies. It really should have.
Well, this episode should have been called Mummies.
No?
But as for guesses as to what's going on.
Yeah. He's worked through almost the entire Universal monster.
We haven't done Frankenstein's. But if that's Frankenstein, I'll be very upset. We did Wolfman. We have vampires. Symbol of Death. Symbol of Death. Maybe a Grim Reaper / like what is it? What's the movie where where just like death just kills you because you missed a plane?
Final Destination.
Final Destination.
Yeah. What's that movie where death kills you?
Because you missed a plane. Just death hunts you down and kills you because you missed a plane and shit. Final Destination. Maybe something like that. I don't know. That's the best thing I got. I don't know. You got anything?
I'm gonna go with Demon.
Demon, sure.
All right. So Hoff and Angie investigate Teague's disappearance with the help of a man claiming that aliens are planning to take over the Earth. You know, that symbol of death.
Now it feels like they're like actively trying to fuck with us.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, like the next one will be called Frankenstein's Revenge, and it'll be about I don't know, it'll be about a Yeti. Yeah, that's the thing we haven't gone to yet. A Yeti or a Bigfoot type thing.
I thought the Jogan was the Yeti of the Amazon.
No. It's the Armis. No.
No, what was it? The joke was it was it was the Yeti of. No, it wasn't Yeti of the Amazon. Okay. Or the.
Woof.
Whatever. Fuck these jokes. It's all right now.
Alright, so even though it's getting a little ahead of ourselves, this is the name of the remaining episodes because there's only, what, 5?
5.
Yeah. So we have Symbol of Death, The Eighth Seal, my personal favorite, Hot Winds,
Hot Winds.
The Vortex, and 1,000 Words.
I have thoughts for what the 8th seal could be. But
I mean, because they saw the 7th seal, and they're like, we can do one more.
Wait, what? That can't be the plot of that episode. Okay. I'm reading too far ahead.
No.
I'm getting real angry now.
No. Hot Winds is going to be Frankenstein's. Just the army of Frankenstein's coming
The
out.
Hot Winds of Frankenstein.
You know, because pitchforks and torches, something along those lines. I don't know.
I'm going to say sauerkraut monsters.
It's because Frankenstein's had wicked gas.
That too.
Oh, man. Yeah, this one's a
Anyway, yeah.
She's a lady.
Oh, she's a